Hello, it's a dark episode. Let me do a couple of addendums to my Canada Reads 2020 reaction video, because of course there's addendums, but they're probably not really important to anyone except me. Uh, those being, I sort of criticized Canada Reads for being a reality show, but um, one of my reflections, which I forgot to actually put in the video, is that, well, and I said, like, oh, literary snob, but the thing is, actually, a lot of stuff about BookTube is entertainment. A lot of booktubers are really good at bringing entertainment to their videos, and that involves a lot of stuff which isn't necessarily literary analysis and kind of pondering deeply over the books. Some of it is just fun, silly stuff. Spin a wheel to choose my TBR. Dane getting his cat to choose his TBR, or just all the readathons where you have bingo cards to kind of give you prompts to read books and things like that, or just all the many tags that we have. It's just it's fun stuff, that sort of literature adjacent. It's sociable stuff to do, and Canada Reads, in a lot of ways, falls into that. I think where it maybe invites more criticism is that it's kind of putting itself forward because it's a CBC show. Something else that I completely forgot to probably mention in my video is that because it's a CBC show, it has to be something worthy. This is government funded programming, so it has to be, if we're going to have reading a book, it's got to be reading a book that's going to change your life and it's going to give you proper important information. It couldn't be about the enjoyment of reading, enjoyment in general, or it can't be that solely. I think a lot of people will say that the books that they've read, are enjoyable, but yeah. I'm circling back to my oatmeal thing, but just to say, yes, it's entertainment, and it's fine that it's entertainment. Um, um, so are there any other addendums? Oh, I should have put a thing there that said Steve Donahue shouldn't involve himself with Canada Reads, because he'd probably find it uh, all the kind of diversity, um, kind of reading that all about reading that is what a certain type of literature reader feels should be outside of a consideration of whether a book is a good book. And I can really see points for people saying there's points about a book that are important, about bringing other voices into the conversation. I think for those books to last, or for those books to have a wider reach, they do have to be well written and pop. But one of those ingredients can be a different point of view. Sometimes having something extremely well written, but being the same old point of view, it's like people are just not going to be interested in reading that book because they've read that book 100 times before. And they can have a well written, if they have to choose between that book and a well written book that's from a different point of view, that has a different story, that's got a different paradigm, people will pick that book, and I think quite rightly so. And maybe that's why books like that weigh more heavily on literary prizes, much to the dissatisfaction of people who perhaps disagree about those books having literary merit or not. And be as it goes. Okay, I think those are my addendums. I'm sure I'll turn this off and there'll be a couple of more points about Canada Reads, but I could just go on, and I'm not going to add this to, a dark video doesn't go on to my potentially public videos anyways, but I'm not going to add this on to a Canada Reads episode that I did that is like 16 minutes long. I already did a stealth plug for clearing the pit planes in there as well, which is kind of hilarious to me. All right, I will stop there.